All right, today is October 17, 2016, and we're looking at the Northeast Pacific Water Vapor Loop, and we can see jet stream flow moving into California right here. This is the jet stream right into central and northern California. There is rain falling according to the Doppler map in Northern California, Oregon, and Washington, mostly in Oregon and Washington. And also there is a very long divider that's been installed here. This is a a blockade, and this is a transmitter generated feature, and this is preventing the jet stream flow, the moisture in the jet stream from mixing with this developing storm right here, and also this weather system which brought a lot of rain to the northwest. So we can see that happening here. Also, there is a secondary blockade right here, and that is separating this developing storm from the backside of this weather system, which has moved through the northwest. And if we look at this in the rainbow map, the infrared map, we can see that blockade is fairly effective. There's a wide clearing right here all the way through, which is preventing this jet stream moisture from mixing with everything going on up here. And we see that that clearing right in here, which is preventing this storm from mixing with the tail end of this system, which is moving through. All right, now the weather report in LA, Los Angeles, is forecasting Santa Ana winds, strong winds. We're going to have, we actually had some fall weather the last couple of days. Let me tell you about that first. We had about 0.17 inches of rain here in the foothills overnight last night, and that's good. That's a little bit of rain. It's not very much, just enough to get everything soaked. And we can see that what's happening here, we have a transmitter that is actually cutting off the moisture, which is this blue area. And if we go back to the rainbow map, we can see that this is moving towards towards California, and we'll have to keep an eye on this. But the forecast for tomorrow, or actually for the remainder of the week, is for winds, very hot, dry Santa Ana winds. We're talking over 90 degrees here, and we're getting into mid-October. We're already at October 17th, so we're being told now that we can expect 90-degree weather and dry single-digit relative humidity and winds. And that is probably because of what's happening here. We have an ideal condition for bringing rain into California right here. If we take a look at the, let's see if we can find the jet stream map here. Oh, geez. I guess it's missing. I don't have the jet stream up. Nope. Okay. Well, anyhow, this is the jet stream right here. And what's happening here, we can see a black area opening up. So this is being affected by a transmitter. This is a manipulation, and that will ensure that none of this moisture carries all the way through and into California. So we see what's going on here. This is a rogue weather manipulation designed to stop the flow of moisture, or rather evaporate the flow. We still have jet stream flow regardless, but the moisture, that is the moisture content in this area, is being evaporated right here. And we can see that. So we'll have to keep an eye here in the next day or two and see how they set up this Santa Ana wind. Typically, they install high pressure over the four corner states right in this area, and that will create a blockade, and that will just deflect everything. We'll see sort of a semicircular blockade installed, and that will just block everything, and everything will have to, all the moisture will have to go around that blockade. So we'll keep an eye and see what what they have in store. But again, the forecast is for hot and very dry weather. Today we had cool, damp temperatures, very nice fall-like weather. I didn't see any chemtrails today. Yesterday we saw a whole lot of whole lot of chemtrails in the skies. I took a video of that, and that maintained relatively well. The relative humidity was prevented from raising up to the point where we would get rain. And so that's the purpose of those chemtrails, is to prevent the rain. And they did a job of that yesterday until about 1 or 2 in the morning. All right, let's take a look at some of these other maps. We have the Western U.S. water vapor map. We can get a good view of the jet stream moving into central and northern California. And we can see that transmitter right here affecting the moisture field here. And we have some thunderstorms building to the south down here in Mexico. And we have something right here. Looks like it's trying to spin counterclockwise. Everything here is just moving very quickly out to the east. And we can see part of that moisture field advancing on the west coast here. So we'll see how far that gets before something else happens, before they install high pressure here or do something else. Hard to say. We do see this opening up, this black area, and that is high pressure being installed right here. All right, here's the National Hurricane Center map. We have a disturbance on the east coast near Cuba and Haiti, right down here, with a 30% chance of hurricane formation. We have Nicole, still well, this is a tropical storm now, 70 miles per hour. The maximum sustained winds. We have a pressure of 968 millibar, moving northeast at 25 miles per hour. Now over here on the west coast, we have a disturbance. This was at 40% yesterday, but it's been blown apart with repeated microwave blasts, and now the system is down at a 30% chance. So we'll keep an eye on that. If we go back to the big map, we can see that that area of low pressure is down here. This is the area they've been targeting. This is rebuilding. We can see the blast patterns right down here from that microwave targeting. Okay. Here's the SSEC water vapor map. And we can see some chemtrails being laid out in this area right here as this jet stream flow moves moisture towards the California coast. There's also some trails being laid out in this area, right down in this area right here. This is very high speed flow moving into California. Kind of just necking down and funneling in right through here. Okay, here's the surface analysis map. You can see that developing storm right here, this low, which is forecast to move to the northeast. And we've got a couple of lows up here near Alaska. And we've got high pressure, which is always installed right here off the California coast. These highs are forecast to move over towards, move to the east, position themselves right here to prevent, if we go back to the big map, these highs will move over, and that will probably help set up the part of this hot, dry weather that is being forecast. All right. Okay, let's take a look at some of these other maps here. We have the, let's go to the East Coast map first. You can see that big disturbance down here by Cuba and Haiti, which is very quickly moving away to the east now. And this is what's left of, I think that's Nicole right up there. We can see a high pressure channel of high pressure all the way around this storm. That'll prevent any of this moisture from feeding into that system. And we can see there is a counterclockwise rotation in that core, but right here, notice what's happening here. We have clockwise rotation. So we've got clockwise rotation. Everything is moving that direction on this side. So they've got a transmitter right on here, and we can see that. That is creating descending air right into the core of that system. That was a Category 4 storm just about 4 days ago. Down here it rebuilt. They pushed it south, and then it moved back north again. Okay. The IntelliCast map for the west coast is right here. We can see that there is some rain in Northern California right here, right along this area. This is all wooded, heavily, a lot of redwood trees, a lot of beautiful country right up in this area. Zoom out, we can see that Oregon and Washington is getting are getting most of the rain is falling right here. Okay. We have the MODIS Today map for today. We have Los Angeles right here. And we had a lot of natural clouds in the skies today. Over the LA basin, we can see some chemtrails right here. A patch of chemtrail right there, that gray, that light gray stuff. It's very easy to detect on these satellite maps. Also, if we pan up north, and just right, this is Vandenberg and Point Conception right up here. And this area of natural clouds has been sprayed over. We can see that gray stuff. This is the chemtrail chemical desiccants they spray over the tops of these natural clouds. So there is some spraying going on. I didn't see anything where I was today. That doesn't mean anything because these things are being sprayed all the time, all over. If we pan out to the desert areas, we don't see much of anything. There's definitely some chemtrail haze right here, and possibly right down over San Diego. Looks like maybe just north of, well, that's in between San Diego. Anyhow, if we look at yesterday's map, that's the one I wanted to take a quick look at here. Very quickly, go to the 16th. We see some very, very heavy aerosols, and this is why we had no rain yesterday. We should have got a lot of rain. Should have gotten a lot of rain yesterday. We can see all the haze, this chemtrail haze has been sprayed over the area. Go down near, here's LA right here. There's just chemtrails all over the place. We can see that haze sprayed over the tops of these beautiful cumulus thunderheads that we're trying to develop, rise up and deliver rain. Look out here. This place is just completely blanketed with this stuff. Look at that. All the way up into Nevada. We've got the Colorado River right here, which is heavily sprayed. Salton Sea. Okay, so we get the idea. This is, and here we are right up near getting into Big Sur area. This is all chemtrail haze over the tops of these clouds. All right. Let's go to these pressure maps. We have a half a map tonight. We see high pressure right here at the surface level. And this is going to be moving east at the 500 millibar level we have. Let me refresh this. Okay. We have high pressure right here at the 500 millibar level. We have jet stream flow moving in. Got some squiggly lines showing up right up in this area here. That's interesting. That means there's some manipulation going on up there in the northwest. And here's the 300 millibar. And we can see some strange things happening right here over Mexico. And squiggly lines right over California. Okay, so we're going to keep an eye out for these Santa Ana winds and what they do to engineer those winds. We saw that map. Okay, so that is the report, and we will go ahead and do another update later on. Okay, that's it.